What's up, YouTube? It's your boy RussianCarl, bringing you my Week 7 battle for the PAL. This week, the hype train has made a stop in Pittsburgh as we get ready to fight Coach Rudy and the Pittsburgh Piplups. Now, sadly, because of time constraints and I was out of town, then I got sick, this battle's going up really late. So I apologize for that. Didn't really keep to my schedule this week, but whatever. Battle's going up now. I hope you guys enjoy it. As you can see here, I brought my Sableye, Nihilego, Mega Garchomp, Magnezone, Metagross, and Stoutland as I went over my team builder, which I will put in the I'll put the link to that in the description below. As you can see, he brought his Tentacruel, Gastrodon, Sylveon, Chansey, Savali, and Skarmory, so I got most of his picks right. I didn't expect the Savali. I expected like Muck or Palisand. But it's fine because we can handle this. Still, even seeing from the team screen, I was unable to determine what kind of Savali it was, so it really got out and fought me. So, hopefully we can get in there. Hopefully we come out of this 6-0, Week 7. This looks so good. I'm ready to delete him. And I hope that you guys enjoy the deletion if it occurs. Alright, so we are going to get right into this battle. Let me start that up. Anyway, so looking at his team, I decided Sableye was, in fact, my best possible lead. So Pokemon Trainer Rudy has challenged us. The Pittsburgh Piplups are here. So I set out Peeves right out the get-go. Look at Peeves, waving his arms. And he sent it to Kraken, just like I thought he was. So this was like, okay, if he stays in, he has Dazzling Gleam, he's going to try to kill me. If not, he switched out, he doesn't have it. So I figured, oh, he doesn't have any Dazzling Gleam. So, out comes the Cleric. I hit Will-O-Wisp because I'm like, he doesn't have Muck. I'm just going to burn whatever comes in. And so Cleric gets burned. At this point, I'm like, okay, so this thing's probably going to go for a Moonblast. My best option is to switch into Metagross here. Because being Assault Vested and max HP bulk and, you know, resisting it as a Steel typing, pretty good. He predicts my switch, though. And goes for the Hidden Power. At this point, I'm like, oh, he gets a crit, which was not the best thing that could have happened. The burn is taking its toll on him, but I figured, okay, it hit me super effectively. So it's either HP Ground, HP Fire, or HP Ghost, or HP Dark. Now it's the down. So I go for the Meteor Mash because I wanted Skarmory in because I needed to check to see if this thing was lefties or not. And would you look at that, he has leftovers. So I was very happy with this bit of idea. I should have predicted Skarmory to come in because he expected the Meteor Mash, switched into Magnezone right there. But I switched into him after I hit the Meteor Mash, and he predicted that with a Whirlwind. So we're doing pretty well with the predictions. In his mind, he's probably like, I got this on lock, you know, I'm beating all those things. But Garchomp gets dragged out. I'm like, oh, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. So I'm like, okay, he has a low chip damage. I'm not going to kill him, but I'm going to Mega Evolve and hit Flamethrower because he's probably going to set up rocks here. He stays in, so I figured, okay, he must be setting up rocks then. I get the Mega Evolve, and I already went over my stat spread on this guy, so I was hoping to do a good deal of damage with a Flamethrower right here. Flamethrower connects, and we do a nice chunk. And he does set up the Stealth Rocks, which doesn't annoy my team too much. I got 3 out of my 4 who resist rocks. So, anyway, so he pulls him out, expecting another Flamethrower. That's fine. I went for another Flamethrower anyway, just to be safe. Out comes Slurp, the Gastrodon. So, he just eats this up. I mean, Garchomp, not made to do special attacks. I was hoping for maybe a burn, but I saw no lefty, so I'm like, oh, okay. So he's not holding leftovers. He's probably got the Rindo Berry. For whatever reason, I don't have Grass Power, so he's probably expecting HP Grass on someone. He does pull out the Earth Power, which this did cause a bit of confusion, because technically he's not allowed to have that move because it is a transfer move. Well, anyway, that knocks me down 20 HP, and I'm like, well, snap. Oh, I'm just going to hit this thing. So, I should have Earthquaked here, probably would have done more damage, but I go for the stab option instead. What I did not really matter. But anyway, so I bring up Magnezone, and I'm like, okay, so he's definitely got the Rindo Berry. So my HP Grass is not going to kill him at this range. So I need to go for Magnet Rise because he's going to expect me to go for HP Grass at this point. So I go for the Magnet Rise, and what do you know? He does go for that Earth Power again, which it does not affect me. So I go for the Hidden Power, and the berry does pop. So there it is. Only do about 60%, but the Rindo Berry does save him, and he does recover at that point. So this leaves me, okay, so he wanted to heal up, expecting it to probably do less than what it did, but I'm wondering if he has Skull at that point, because he switched out, and he brings out Chansey, which, alright, makes sense. He knew I was going for the HP Grass. I could have tried switching it up, just switching out at that point, but I wanted to make sure I was getting damage off somewhere. That's where I switch in my Sableye, and he predicts my switch. And kudos to Rudy with his predictions. He was on point with a lot of them, but he does get the Toxic off on Sableye, but I prep for this exact situation, so I do get badly poisoned, but my Lumberry does cure it. So that was very good to see. So he predicts me to go for a taunt, switches into the Cleric. Really, right now, what I'm doing is preventing Chansey from doing anything, really. Scaring it out because it couldn't harm me. And, you know, doing chip damage to Cleric here because of the burn. The lower this is, the more guaranteed my kill with what's-his-face is going to be. So I bring out Professor Port, my Stoutland. This is max HP, max attack, bulk on this thing, and I'm like, okay. He knows this thing is power. He said it himself afterwards. He loves Stoutland. Then he goes for the Side Shock, expecting me to switch, but doesn't do enough. So I'm kind of wondering what his set is here, but he's like, all right, I'm going to switch it. I'm going to switch into Skarmory, and I'm like, perfect. I hit Wild Charge. Oh, I was so happy. I'm like, okay, I'm going to click Wild Charge here. If he brings in Iron Bird Jesus, then we're good. We're golden, and there goes his physical wall. So now he's down a physical wall. He doesn't have anything that really wants to tank a physical hit. I am taking recoil damage here. He doesn't realize I'm banded, though, and goes into Silicon, which I find out after checking the bottom screen. This is a fighting type. But he goes for the Dragon Claw. I think expecting me to switch. But I'm just like, I'm just going to keep wall charging you. I have no reason to be here anymore. That does a good chunk, almost half his HP, with a, you know, non-stab move, choice banded. So I'm like, all right. So anyway, so he kills Professor Port. That's unfortunate. I mean, I love my Stoutland, but you know, I have to bring out Garchomp here. Now he's got nothing that's immune to an Earthquake anymore. He decides to stay in. They hit the Dragon Claw, hoping to do damage. Doesn't even drop me to half, though. This is after coming in on rocks. So I have to pretty much just click Earthquake, and I take it out there. Nice and simple. So that takes that out as well. So far, we're off to a good start. He does bring out Tentacruel again. Now, at this point, I couldn't stay in here. I figured I would switch into... who did I switch into? Oh, yeah, Squishy. I switched into Squishy, expecting an Ice Beam. And he pulled out... He pulled out an HP Ground, which was unexpected, but makes sense. It seems he put HP Ground on pretty much all his guys. So that did a lot of damage. But at that point, I'm like, oh, so he's HP Ground. I can switch back into Garchomp and do some decent damage here, or at least scare him out. So anyway, so I come in, I take the chip damage from the rocks once again, and I take the hidden power. It doesn't do that much to me. Again, I am bulky, so I just respond with an Earthquake, hoping to either kill this thing or kill whatever comes back out. But the Chansey comes out and eats an Earthquake. Now, this was a bit of a gamble, because I know Chansey does get counter, and I had no idea what kind of Chansey he was running. I had the Earthquake again. Now, I had a chance not to kill him at this range. It was a very low chance, but it was a chance nonetheless. But I do pick up the kill with Garchomp there. And that was lovely. So now he's down Chansey. He's down Skarmory. Out comes the Kraken again. He's down to half his guys. So I switch out. This time going into Sableye, who is max HP, max special defense. Take a little chip damage from the rocks. Don't really care too much. He does go for the Ice Beam this time, figuring the same trick won't work twice, but I switched it up on him. He does not get the freeze, thank goodness. That would have ruined me. But he does bring in Slurp. I don't know why. I guess he just did want to get burned by actually, no, Sylveon would have been the best choice no matter what. So he expects me. He does make a double switch there, expecting me to go for the taunt. Brings out the Cleric, and again, I'm just chipping away at this guy with what you call it? What can I think? I'm just chipping away at him with burn. But anyway, so I switch out. I send out Squishy because I'm like, Squishy, you've done your job already. He goes for a Moonblast, I believe. Okay, the stones do a decent chunk of damage to me there. He goes for the Moonblast. Squishy does resist this. And I live. 20 HP, and the Black Sludge starts, you know, doing a little healing. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to click Sludge Wave, because at this point, I'm not making a... Actually, no, I clicked Thunderbolt. I predicted Tentacruel will come in. I mispredicted that. Slurp comes in. It makes sense to me afterwards, but whatever. It didn't really matter, because I was going to do minor damage to it. Anyway, he doesn't have Lefty, so his only form of HP recovery is in Recover. So it's not like I'm giving him free turns to heal there. Sludge Wave does do some decent damage, even though it's resisted. He does go for the Recover there, which is fine. He wants to be as healthy as possible for when Magnezone comes in. He could probably just stall me there, but I figured, no, whatever. I'm just going to go for a Sludge Wave again. Maybe I can get a Poison off, and then that'll be detrimental to it. Again, I'm only doing like 20%, which is not bad, considering. But sadly, Earth Power takes Squishy down, and now I'm down to 3. I'm down to Peeves, Garchomp, and Bill Nye, and this is where things get good. Bill Nye comes in, and at this point, he has a choice to make. He can either switch out into something that can handle Bill Nye, or he can, you know, sack off thing. But he went for the Earth Power anyway, thinking, no matter what, I'm going to get the Magnet Rise. This led me to believe he did not have Scald. So I did hit the Hidden Power, and it does kill from that range. What a glorious feeling that was. Anyway, so now he only has 2 guys left. He brings out the Kraken and responds with a Scald. And I checked the Calyx, and I'm like, this was going to do about like 40%. A little less. And the Thunderbolt Okos. This had a chance not to Oko, which would have been problematic a little bit. Especially if you got a crit. But whatever. Anyway, he brings out the Cleric, and he is down to his last guy against my 3. This guy is super effective against the other 2 on my team, though, so and he can't hit me with HP Ground. So he did go for that Moonblast. It was resisted, and he does get the special attack drop. And this kind of saves him, because this makes it so that the Flash Cannon doesn't kill him. I was just like, Anyway, he will die from burn next turn, however, and Magnezone is going to go down here to a second Moonblast, because even though I resisted, I believe he was Choice Specs, because he was doing a lot of damage. The special attack drop didn't really do much. Made it a 2-0 instead of a 3-0, but we did win. We did pull away with the victory here. We come out of Pittsburgh looking at the top of our game. 6-0, baby. 6-0. Deletion did occur in the city of Pittsburgh. Oh my gosh, it was glorious. It was a tough fight, to be sure. There was a lot of good predictions. His part especially, like my hat is off to you, Rudy. You did a lot of good predictions there. As you can see, though, I tried to trip him up. No sand. My team is a sandstorm team, but I decided not to bring the sand this week. So, anyway, next week we're going to get in a bit of a rough encounter with the Authority as we go up against the Whooper Troopers, Coach Zach, or as anyone who's been on Hannon's stream knows him as Awkward Bomb. Well, anyway, we battle him next week. Like I said, this battle is going up really late in the week. I think this one's going to go up by like Friday because I have been sick the past couple days and I was out of town. But anyway, so I'm hoping that next week we can continue our streak. We are on a roll, baby. Hype train just keeps moving. But anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I know I did. I enjoyed winning, as I always do. I'm hoping I can keep that up. But if you guys did enjoy this battle, please leave a like down below. Support is greatly appreciated. And if you are new here and you want to see more PAL team builders and battles and stuff like that, and hopefully maybe I'll start up some new projects as well soon, then hit that subscribe button as well so we can hang out some more on this channel. And you know what? So I'm gonna head out of here. I want you guys to have a fantastic and glorious day. I'm RussianCarl. See ya.